What's up, everybody, and welcome back to my studio. I'm Joseph Finchum, you're you, and yeah, a little bit in the dark sometimes, because when I get close to the painting, I'm going to be bright, because the lights, you know. Anyway, I'm going to start off today by saying I am very disappointed in Amazon. Yeah, I know I'm using their affiliate links in the description below, but yeah, I am definitely, not not happy with them. I ordered something and I ordered something with overnight shipping and it's been 9 days. They have delayed it 3 times and lied to me twice. So yeah, it's it's frustrating. So the big reveal is not going to happen today. Um, it may end up being its own video. I don't even know. But yeah, it's been a week dealing with them. And I am using the thing right now, so hopefully everything is going smooth. I had to rebuild everything from scratch. So let's hope. Let's get into it. Okay, we're working on this guy again. Finishing touches, final details, filling in the color there. We got to get like this white stripy effect going off this side. All this needs maybe a second coat on some of them and a little bit more of a shadow area right in here to give it that look of, the chin coming forward more. Hopefully we can get all that done and then highlights in the whiskers and we'll be finished. Finally. This shouldn't have taken 6 episodes, six videos to get done, but hopefully it will. Let me check the chat. Audio, video, check. Thank you, Clark Fine Art. Yes, a rant video starving. That's about the most of a rant you'll get. Yeah, they told me on Friday that they were going to move the order up in the key, whatever. They were going to move it up. They were going to expedite it, and that it would be shipped guaranteed within 24 hours. And I would receive an email telling me so with new tracking information. And it's been 72 hours with no change. It still says it's going to be here tomorrow, but I seriously doubt that. Yeah. Let's paint. Okay, so I'm going to start off by doing a little bit more. These white stripes on these sides, on this side, definitely needs a little more paint on. They're still a little too transparent, and I want them to be more solid. So I'm going to start right off with my white, a little water, thin it down a little, but not too much. Inky, I hope. And then I'm just going to come in here and re-highlight these. Hopefully the color's a little better too. I don't know if it is. I know when I get close in here, like, I get kind of Casper ghosty. So I'm thinking the whites might still be a little blown out, but I'm trying to dial them in. And hopefully they're going to get better. I still need better lighting. And don't worry, it's hard for me to tell if this is working either. I have a little blue here, so yeah, it's covering up a little better. Trying to keep that shape though. And I'm sitting on a funky angle again. I had the camera more here almost, and now it's back over here. So still not perfect, but we're getting there. One day everything will work right. And let me say hello. Starving, I mentioned you already. Hi, Starving, and Clark Fine Art, and George, and D. Lynn, and Laura Waring. Thank you all for being here. Much appreciated. Hit that like button. Let's get this thing out there. Maybe more people will come join the fun. Get good coverage there. Just wiping it away. Let me let it dry. Where's my paper towel? There it is. And thank you, Delian. I'm glad you think it's looking great. It's getting there. I see the problems with it. You guys probably don't. But I want to thin some blue here. There's a few places I want to just highlight some of the blue and make sure there's good separation of the colors. Maybe a little change in tone on some of them. Brighter. A bit of that over here. Let's see if I can. Nice light blue. I don't need a lot of it. I'm only putting it in one or two places over here. I just want to change the tone in some of these pieces. Just a little bit more on the brush. There was a little bit of yellow there when I put that blue down, so it kind of got like a green tint to it. I'm just trying to cover that. What was I looking at? this one. A little bit of that down in here. This little stripe here. That's not thin enough to spread smoothly. Thin that out a bit. Sweep that up in there. Okay. Need some really thin glue here. Almost watery, just to highlight these back into blue. They're a little bit brighter than the stuff up top. So I'm going to try and wipe a little bit of that off because they're too bright. Just tone them down a bit. Okay. Move to the other side. Try to get some of that paint out of the brush. Clean it off a bit. Pick some of that back up. Kind of just letting it stain because it's still too bright. I need the blue I was using last time, which I do not have. I think it's this one. One of the chunky ones. I was trying to avoid the chunky blue. Yeah, that's not going to be revealed yet, George. Not just yet. But it goes with the other thing. Or at least it should go with the other thing. Hopefully it'll all work out in the end. I like it. Take some of that first blue, the actual creamy blue that I have. Yay for a creamy blue. I completely forgot I had it, and it's a big tube, so I'm really stupid for forgetting I had that tube. Jump into some orange, and that's why this thing is taking so long, because I'm constantly jumping around the colors. Still a little bit of blue in that, and I don't want green, so let me make sure I get as much of that blue out as I can. That's a different color. Good. Okay, so where else do I want a little orange while I have it out? I do want to kind of make a separation in some of these chunks here. I might need to darken that a bit. See if I can do that. Hopefully without making brown. And it's going to be too wet, so let me see if I can actually just wipe that back off. Just take a little bit of it off. It worked a little. Okay, try again. Try and fill in that hole too. Little tiny bit of a hole there. Just with a little bit darker, which I hope. A little on the thin side, so it's not sticking very well. Where did that go? That'll work. You can't see it. See if we can get closer. That too far off? That's too far off. That's not closer. I'm going back to that one stupid swipe. Because I want to work here and I don't have a scene set up for that. So rather than make you guys miss what I'm doing, I'll just go back to this scene. Huh? They should refund the money, but they actually haven't even taken the money yet. That's another part of the problem. Laura Waring, I think she said that I'm already lost in the chat. You know how I get. George is getting his snack. Everything is normal. That could definitely be a tad darker. I don't even know if you can see. And I know it's slightly weird angle, but if I turn it closer to that, it's even harder for me to get in front of it. So I'm trying to stay on camera. Okay. A bit of the orange again. There's supposed to be some orange right up in here. Thinner. Gonna need to go a little bit deeper. Switching colors again. Dioxazine purple. The best purple. Maybe. Thank you, D-Lin. Originally, I was going to put like every color in it, but every time I tried to add greens to it, it went a little wacky in my little like mock-ups of trying to color it. And it just didn't look right. So I left the greens out. Trying to not let it touch that red. If it touches the pink, I don't mind. I don't want it touching the red. Just butting up right next to it. too thick. Go orange here. And this is how you can tell that my reference drawing is not, a steadfast rule. Because I can look at it and there's not supposed to be orange there, but I'm putting orange there because I want orange there. But the orange does not coat very well, so definitely gotta do multiple coats of the orange every time. It is the opposite of an albino raccoon. That makes perfect sense. A little bit between the yellow and the orange. And hopefully not get green. Because it does tend to lean a little green with this yellow and this orange. As long as it's different, that's all I care about. I don't want it to be the exact same tone. For this painting and the way I'm trying to make it work, the more variation, the better. I hate trying to get the side there. That is not spreading well. This is alizarin crimson, pretty much straight out of the, well, a little water, but definitely not covering very well. Where else should I put that? Some that up here. Working it into the tooth, or at least trying to. That is really, really thin. But it gets globby if I try and do it thicker. So I'll just do a couple of coats there. I may try and lean it back a little orange on that top one. We'll see. Okay. We need another coat too. Go back to that bright blue. This spot over here. Since this is a different blue than I was using, I'm going to try and work it in to a bunch of places so that it all kind of evens out a bit. Decisions, decisions. I'm using this just to tint some spots a little bit. Hopefully push them back. Wipe some of that off, see if I can blend it nicely. I do drink tea. It's not my go-to. Um, just to join in that conversation a little bit. I'm not very discerning about my tea drinking. Let me stay down here. Sorry, I had to get a nice tight line on it. Okay. I think I'm gonna go for like a light orange. For one spot over there. Not too light. Come on. If I had to describe this color to someone, I would call it. Actually, I didn't want to go there. I just won't be in here. I would call it Thousand Islands dressing or creamy Russian dressing. That's the color I'm painting with right now. Just trying to get some stuff filled. Maybe just back to a little bit more orange for that one little tiny spot there. Okay. Try for a light blue. Lighter than that. back and forth between the colors. Over and over. Where was that? That was up here. Okay, I think we can start adding the blacks around the side. We didn't make that too thin. That is definitely too thin. Just gonna pop that up in front. There's not a lot. Should really switch to that thin brush too. So I can get nice sharp points. Or at least sharpier points. Cover this up. Because I went over it with other colors. So, might as well touch it up while I have the black on the brush. And it's staring me in the face. It's the third time I've done that. Just jammed my brush right into the side of my water well. Soften that up a bit. Indicate a little bit of a shadow. A little bit darker towards the end. Little thicker. Wipe it out again. I think that purple needs a second coat. We're getting somewhere. I think I just want this to be a little more solid purple. I don't know what happened there. It's barely darker. Darken it up a tad bit. A little more towards that purple side. Really. Slight tint. Working on the contrast. Trying to get it just right. Okay. Back into my white. Get any without any blue in it. That would be great. Okay. Where was I going with the white? Oh, yeah. I want. Let's see if I can get slightly more points on some of these. I think there's a tiny bit of blue in this. So it's not going to go on pure white, but that's okay. You know what? I'm going into the liner brush. Apparently had some orange in that brush. Whoops. Just keep changing the white to something that's other than white. There we go. So you can actually see what the heck I'm doing. Just trying to make little tiny fluffy marks. Does that even make sense? Fluffy marks? Marks to make it fluffy? I'm sorry you were gone, Angela. Happens every time, huh? To be fair, it's not working quite the way I want it because I'm not changing the angle of my hand enough. It's a little better. Okay, try and get a highlight on the nose. See if we can do that. Trying to let it have a little texture to it. It's going to need to be tinted a little bit on each end. Back to my slightly bigger brush. I'm not liking that blue there. Just cover it up a little bit. Change its color a bit. Make it just a little bit more solid. This one too. Trying to get the shadows right. And not having a lot of luck. Oh no. I just went really the wrong color on that one. I mixed in a little bit of yellow and just a touch of purple, and here, look, this is what I got. That's definitely like a mossy green. We don't want it. But let's see what happens if, can I just paint dry brush kind of a little bit of purple over this yellow, give it a bit of a shadow. A little bit. Trying to really blend that in there. Okay, let's see if this will work. A little bit of might actually be just a tad darker. Let's give those teeth a little dimension. That's what we're trying to do here. Just a tiny bit. Okay. Gonna go back to the white. Retouch up these highlights. little bit in the eye as well. Touch those up again. This one first. Okay. Back to a tint of blue. Just a tint. A little tiny bit. We can build it up if we need to. Or take it away if we need to. That wasn't watering, that was water. Yep. Those will need to be a little sharper. Since he's slightly tilted this way, I'm doing a little bit more of the black on this side. But I do want them to be coming to sharp points, which they are not at the moment. So I don't know if this is looking right because I'm such a weird angle right now. Heck. Hmm. It'll work. Hey, why is my zoom getting jumpy? That should not be happening. Has that been happening the whole time? I do not know what the pigment color is, and I do not know if it's light fast, George. That was Angela. Angela asked that. What the pigment color was. Okay. I gotta start working on the white bit things. Start with a little unbleached titanium white to build it up. hopefully get it opaque enough. So they're going to be coming. I cannot see that at all. This is going to be tough. I try and add a little bit of white to it to make it closer to white so it's easier to see. Hopefully it works without making it more transparent. And thin it down a bit. Okay. More flow to this paint. Don't like it. Don't like that one stroke. That looks about even. Trying to get it sort of symmetrical so it matches a little bit. Doesn't have to be perfect. I will say the one thing about the thing that I'm not revealing yet is it's not getting as hot in here. So that's a plus. it's more shape to it. Might be a little too close too. I think I'm gonna make this one thicker as well. Yeah, with a coating of white, that's gonna look right. Try and get this as opaque as I can in all the places it needs it the most. One more fat one on the bottom of the other of that side. See if we can get that in there. Um, so can't troll like you normally do, starving? Or cadmium, whoever you're trying to beat today. Mm. Okay. I still think there are a few spots that need cover-ups, but I don't have to do that now, per se. See if I can get a little yellow in here. Cover up. There's a little bit of pencil that you guys can't see, but I can see it. A little solid yellow, just to try and cover that up. That's better. Okay. I'm going to take another quick dollop of plain white to make sure it stays plain white. I hope. Get this covered up so that it looks more white. That's all. Yeah, it's coming together very nicely. I knew there was one I was missing. This little guy in here. Okay. Trying to get this white very thick, but also thin. Figure that one. gonna try and get some whiskers here. Where do they? It's a little one here. It's way too thick. Give me a nice fine point. Did I just? I just got some blue on that. Nope, no blue. No blue. Don't like going back over these whiskers. It's too difficult to stay on the exact same path. But I'm doing my best. Now, can I do the other side without? No, I'm gonna tilt it. Let's see if I can try that. There we go. Okay. Almost there. Almost there. More little touch-ups here and there. Excuse me. I hope he's a cute little raccoon. He's supposed to be. Thin that up just a tiny bit. A little bit of details in here. Just try and make it match the other side a little bit more. Should be a little bit thicker. What's that I was looking at? Just looking for spots that look like they need a touch up. Sharp points on these. That looks like it could be filled in. clearly some spots that I completely missed. Should be a little bit more black up in that area. I seem to have completely forgotten it while I was painting. Some of that is close, some of it is not. What am I doing here? Let's bring this around. Thicken this one up a bit. Yeah, I think that's where I'm going to leave it. See if we can sign this somehow. Do I have something? Something I can just use to tilt it a bit. Let's see what we can do with that. Well, that looks terrible. Oof. Closest we're getting to done-ish. I did want to do. Wonder if it's even worth it. Yeah, let me try. Now that I've signed it and called it done, of course I will go back in and work on it. Because that's what we do. I just want some little things here on the off of the chin. Give that a second to dry. I'm just gonna hit it with some yellow and orange. I have a hair stuck to the canvas. Oh yeah, I'm sure it's gonna get hot here too. Definitely coming up. See if I can make these a little better. Left well enough alone. Just a hint of the yellow. And then a hint of the orange. More orangey on the ends of the longer ones. Just enough to tint them. Get some of that excess away. It's not exactly what I wanted, but it's close. Okay. That is where we will call it for the day. Call him done. I like him. How about you? Yeah, last I checked it was 72 here, but that was a couple hours ago. So, but I don't think it's gotten much hotter. It hasn't gotten as hot in here as it normally does, so that's a good thing. Yeah, might be pretty good. Now all we need to do is wrap this up. Okay, thank you everyone for joining me. Thank you, Angela of Clark Fine Art and D. Lynn Creative Arts for being my moderator. You should check them out. Their links are in the description. Angela streams every Thursday at 3 p.m., same time I do, but on Thursday, not Monday. And she does her Monday mixes now, and I think she said there was something else coming down the pipeline. I don't remember. She'll let us know. Thank you everybody for being here. Thank you to my patrons. You guys rock. Very special thank you to all of you because Part of this reveal was with your help, but that'll have to wait till next week because Amazon, they suck. Use my links. Okay, so here's the real test. The ending little video clip thing. Does it play without freezing? Let's find out. See you next time. Bye. Hey, what's up everybody, and thanks for watching. First off, a big thanks to my moderators, Clark Fine Art and D. Lynn Creative Arts. Links in the description. Go check them out. They're great. They really help out by keeping the chat lively and in order to follow for free or select a tier that fits your needs. You can hop on over to my website where you have access to my original arts as well as prints, and even check out the merch store where new stuff is added now and then. If you'd like to check out more of my stuff, you can do so by checking out some videos over here, or you can subscribe by clicking the thing here. And of course you can hit the buttons and do the things. YouTube loves it when you hit the like button, the subscribe button, ring the bell, and share it to all of your social medias. You rock, you're all awesome, and together we make great art. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.